I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs and I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages, 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, darling, can't you see? There's no one more important to me. Baby, can't you see through me? 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing this song for you. You taught me precious secrets of a true love, withholding nothing. You came out in front when I was hiding. But now I'm so much better. And if my words don't come together, just listen to the melody. 'Cause my love is in the where there's no space or time. I love you for my life, 'cause you're a friend of mine. And when my life is over, remember when we were together. We were alone and I was singing this song to you. We were alone and I was singing this song to you.
Yo, man, bring the motherfucker shit in for me.
Bring the motherfucking shit.
Haha. 115. That's right, y'all. Yo, look, clown, I come through, put it down. Keep thinking that you hard, take a look around. I got soldiers stationed up to bring pain. And when it go down, my hoes do the same thing. We all in the same gang, we all willing to bang. Ain't nobody going against the grain, so take aim. BR's evasive, cut all the faces, catch all the cases, it's real. You rather bet your life than face me. I mean, I got this rap thing locked with more cake than tasty. Like the fiend dish, the title I hold I won't relinquish. And this type shit you should distinguish. And one phone call and I'll extinguish. I mean this, you seen this? Blue steel, 4-fold the caliber, Excalibur. I'ma destroy my next challenger. B-Rob, high post MC. Quick to spray rain on the roach MC. So don't be approaching me without the cross and rosary. Who this nigga supposed to be? I blast him in the open beat. Damn Black, how you do that, dear? Cause we don't care, I'll take him there.
Last night I dreamed of some more some crystal, 6 crystals and 10
I'll take him there.
That's when I realized I'm dreaming. Too late now, guess I'm finished what I started.
Y'all niggas heard the first verse, no doubt shit banging. Verse 2, make sure none of y'all left hanging. Got honeys loving this shit too. Bro, I'm with you, long as you know my pants don't fit you. Money good look, understand why he shook. Shit, I'm rich, face all up in the Guinness book. Check, all the records I set, it's major. Check, the cassettes I wreck with flavor. Fuck the occasion, done stay pawn cock. Borno and Ock, hold shit down like Fort Knox, huh? Man, knocked around unorthodox, but y'all barely understand the shit I deal with the locks. Give me the props, I'm trying to set a mark this year and bring the equipment out to the park this shit. Y'all can see how I used to be. I'm looking toward the future, see Black here to stay. It's time y'all got used to me. Pump said Black ain't trying to fit in. Up and down the coast, can't count the spots I did it. Put your bid in.
I dreamed of some more some crystals, 6 crystals and 10 times
Put your bid in. Swing a note as if my name was Teddy Pender. Hot beats and hot rhymes tossed in the blender. I want y'all to feel hardcore, nothing tender. Blessing this mic for as long as I remember. Y'all can't see the rub, you must be stupid. If I owe Sean Combs any money, then I recouped it. I looped it. This fly shit from the bodega. Me and Yogi and Hard Pierre from You Don't Know Me. I dare you to come against me, run against me, use your gun against me. You finito, finished. I seen Wildcats diminish, fold and fall. Bad boys known the ball. Internationally, I'm saying actually, I have to be the next cat to go and sell 1 million records casually. So prepare yourself for the storm. 1999 is on, and I'm just getting warm.
Last night I dreamed of some more some crystals, 6 crystals and 10 times a drop. That's when I realized I'm dreaming. Too late now, guess I'm finished what I started there. Last night I dreamed of some more some crystals, 6 crystals and 10 times a drop. That's when I realized I'm dreaming. Too late now, guess I'm finished what I started there. Last night I dreamed
Hey,
of some more
where we at? Who with me? Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wyatt Live. Facts over feeling. Conversation. Let's just talk. What's good with everybody? Fam, I'm going to do this. You guys don't give me a second. Let me red Mike Twin ass, okay? Twin. Brother. What I ever do to you, man? What have I ever done to you to make you want to make me just be? I was trying to have a chill day today. I was trying to have one of them type of days where I'm just going to drop some knowledge and drop some information and just kind of, just chill. Spit some facts and let everybody try to figure the shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was going to do. But Twin, why you always got to attack me, brother? I have your back in every situation. Everywhere you go, people talk bad about you. Maybe not bad in that one kind of way, but I'm just saying they don't respect you like I do. I shouldn't say they don't respect you like I do. They just don't rock with you like I do, man. I see you as an asset. I see you truly as an asset on our platform. Even when you go coastal. Yeah. Yeah, when you go coastal, brother, I still had your back. I'm the only one that tried to explain the insanity shit you be talking about sometimes. I'm the only one that say, I get it. I understand. I got you. I get it. And people be talking bad about me in the chat because I'm defending you. Listen to Wyatt defending all that old gang talking shit. No, I just understand the language. He said, man, I ain't trying to hear that. Late excuses. My excuse, these, bro, what I say about being late? I ain't said shit about being late. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about my defense of you. I know. I don't even know why I'm trying to. That's, I know, y'all. Let me move on. Twin, stay being you, brother. I appreciate you being here. I ain't got no problems with you. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's all love over here, man. And I'm not just saying that, man. I know you just adding, I know, bro. If I wrote you a script or something, you'd probably, what I'm saying, you would do it. You know what I'm saying? You would be here for it. So I appreciate you being here, bro. And but everybody don't want to go from 0 to 10 real fast. Everybody don't want to do that, twin. And you kind of lightweight be tap dancing on my last nerve about that shit, bro. Sometimes you kind of say things and you be wanting me to go off. Why? All right, I got something I got to go off on. It ain't got nothing to do with twin. I do want to bring this up, though. Welcome, everyone. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for everybody coming in. Let me get this off my chest real fast. It has something to do with the Wyatt Live family. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Listen. Oh, there she is. There she goes. She tried to come in here all settle and shit. Look at Dominique coming up in here. It's your birthday, right? Is it your birthday today, Dominique? It better be. I hope you ain't on the internet flexing in front and trying to get people to go fund me on some fake birthday shit. Is today your birthday for real? You had a birthday in June, girl. Stop playing. February and June. I'm catching up with you. I know what you're doing. You have a birthday every quarter, don't you? I know. Trying to get gifts and shit. Y'all know it's my birthday. Let me say one thing about that before I sing happy birthday to my sister. Let me just say this. I don't know if I was just a lame ass little dude. Big Leo, I hear you. Happy birthday, sis. But let me say this to you. Let me just say this, and then we'll get to your birthday shenanigans, okay? I don't know if it's me, but fellas, this is, ladies, sit aside for 1 second. Even you, Dominique, I know you can come into the guy group with us real fast, Dominique. It's your birthday. You privileged to do everything today. Hell, you can even call and take over the show if you really want to. It's your day. You can do whatever you want to do, beautiful. All right, it's your day. Do whatever you want to do with the platform. Do whatever you want to do. It's yours. But now I gotta say this, because when I hear ladies always saying it's their birthday, I have a trauma from that. Now I know y'all gonna think that I was this little lame little dude. I probably was as a little younger, a young guy. But and ladies stepped out, fellas. This is just me talking to my fellas, right? I got a question for y'all, for my fellas. The only lady that's here is Dominique. Is it me, bro? Be honest now. You got to be honest. Is it me? Or back in the day when we was pulling up on chicks? I mean, I ain't talking about when we was teenagers. I'm talking about young men. When we was young dudes, probably got your first little whip, got a nice little car. You going to the clubs, you going to places. You seeing girls out here. You seeing women out here, right? Young girls. You know what I'm saying? And you pulling up on them. You talking to them. Is it always their birthday? They birthday next week? Bruh, is it me? My birthday next week. Really? And your name was? I'm just playing. But now it seemed like every little chick that I was meeting early before, I got involved with my wife, it was like, it seemed like it was always their birthday coming up. Is that the game? Is that how they get you to spend a little money? DC, am I lying? Did that ever happen to you as a younger dude? That was just my poker hand. Was that my poker hand, or was that my bad dice game? I mean, just somebody tell me, why in the hell every girl that I met when I was a young man, why is it your birthday next week? My birthday coming up. Well, when is your birthday? Next Friday. Oh, happy birthday, shorty. I mean, you should let me get your number. Is that what you waiting for? So I can get your number. I can take you out on your birthday. Is that a made up birthday? DC, am I lying, bro? He said, you ain't lying. So I'm not the only one that faced that. Scott Bain said, especially in the club. Tanika said, what kind of women were they? Birthday women. It's my birthday. When you young, you're not really a woman. When you a young man, you're not really a man. So we fall for shit. We shoot game. We get game thrown back at us. I just remember something because I just happened to bump heads into all the women in the city whose birthday is next week. I mean, I can't be the only one because I'm getting some brothers that's like, nah, ain't always. Jerica said, what? Must have been hood chicks. Y'all gonna stay up off my hood chicks. Okay, y'all gonna stay up. See, let me tell you, I get offended when y'all talk about shit that's bad that come out of the hood. I get offended. I knew some girls out in Bond Hill that wasn't worth shit either. I'm just, don't start. Y'all always want to throw ratchet shit and ghetto shit to my people down the way. Stop that. You trying to tell me you don't know somebody ratchet that live in Roseline, Walnut Hills, or some old shit? I know plenty. Grew up knowing plenty. Yeah, I know that truth hurts sometimes. Stop it. Yeah, see, y'all ain't had no business listening to the shit I was talking about anyway, Jerica, Tanika. I was talking to the fellas. I asked y'all to leave the room, didn't I? See, fellas, they don't like to hear some things. They don't like to hear the truth of what we see. Thank you, DC. DC finally with me. He said, Jerica Vaughn, nah, that was hood shit. He said, no, that wasn't hood shit. That was shit universal. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It wasn't every girl that I ever met was not from downtown. We go out the skating rink and all that old shit. It was their birthday too. Birthday coming up. My birthday Friday. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't your game, Jerica, or who else? Tanika. Maybe it wasn't y'all game. But us fellas on this platform right now, we all ran into that. We always run into the one whose birthday is next week. And now, fellas, let's give them some credit. Let's just be honest. She won't tell you it's her birthday next week if she don't really want to be bothered with you either. She'll use you, but if she don't want to be bothered with you, she ain't gonna tell you her personal, like, you know, next week my birthday and all that. If she don't want to be seen in public with you, she's not gonna give you that game. She's not gonna do it. But I know today is Dominique's birthday, so I'm gonna shout her out. Shout out to the Queen, Dominique Finley. Peace and love to you, Queen.
It's your fucking birthday. It's a fucking celebration. Tonight we celebrate. Seems like time's out of our control. It's a celebration. Oh, it's your birthday, baby, it's your birthday. And who's gonna love you on your worst day? You talk so tough, I know. You're soft like buttercups. Reese's, don't be ridiculous. Just say your piece and piece up like Ibiza. Cool your head top, you hotter than a meter. Bacon, baby, tell me where I need to be, to feel, and feel that emptiness inside you. Petty bullshit shouldn't excite you on your birthday. It's your fucking birthday. It's a fucking celebration. Tonight we celebrate. Sing.
Happy birthday, Dominique. Listen to the hate. I hate that song. Not that song. Play some. What you want me to play? Some Luke? Don't stop, birthday. Don't pump it, pip. Don't stop. Pick your birthday. Doo-doo Brown. Doo-doo Brown. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. That's what you want me to play? Why can't I choose the song I want to say happy birthday to you on? I ain't seen nobody else send you. Has anybody else put a birthday song in the chat for you? No, they haven't. I can play what I want to play. Sis know what it is. Today, who else gonna sing in a song or make a comment that says, today is your birthday. Don't fall for the petty shit today. Don't let the petty shit bother you. Today is your birthday. Who else should I be saying that to other than Dominique on our platform? As much shit that Jay be talking over here. Now she won't. Look, I know I play some heat over here, right? But I don't take requests of songs. I'm not a DJ. She say, why you want to argue on my day? I don't, Dominique. I'm just trying to. I thought I was blessing you, but I guess not. I guess not. My apologies. Let me move on. Today is Dominique's birthday. Wish her well. Say hello. Tell her happy birthday. DM her. Do whatever. Where's Roz? Roz send you something? Roz send you a little something? Did he eat? What do they call it? What do they call it? Did he cash app you? There you go. He said, I'll be damned. She complaining on her damn birthday. Roz, did you send that lady a box of chocolate? Stop playing, Roz. Send that lady something. We know what it is. We know y'all got an internet crush. Y'all got a Wyatt Live radio podcast crush on one another. We know. Everybody in here know. He said, oh, no, you're about to ruin the whole thing. Now, y'all know y'all acting like Gina and Martin. Y'all act like, what? Not Gina, but Pam and Martin. Now, y'all know if Gina ass would have been stupid, Marty Marr would have slid over to Pam. Marty Marr would have slid over to Pam. As much as they used to argue and fight, I know they used to like each other. On the Martin Lawrence show. Y'all remember that? Let me get to something, man. Let me get to a couple things here. Let's talk about it was something yesterday. I ended it yesterday talking about Corey Bush. I'll get to some of that later on. I don't know if I really want to have that conversation today. I got something else. Got a few other things I'd like to bring up and talk about. What's up with this thing with let me check Dominique's birthday off my list. And I'm gonna check it twice since she didn't like Dominique. You didn't like my song, and the Wyatt Live family didn't like my song. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me look at this list. Okay, I'm assuming that you'll have a bunch of birthday songs in your DM by the end of the show. Since they didn't like my selection, everybody else gonna send you what they want you to hear. They want to wish you a happy birthday their kind of way. They didn't like mine. My bad. All right, so listen. Couple things going on locally, Cincinnati area, but I want to touch on something real fast. He said, and look, and what? She said, hold up, my birthday shout out got cut short. Dominique, I mean, I'm not trying. What you want me to throw a skating party? I mean, I'm just saying what you want me to do, babe. I mean, I gave you the song, I gave you the floor. I said, call in, you can even take over the show. All right, I'll tell you what. Everybody can, if you can get here at my home by 2:00, we'll have I'll order a cake at the local bakery. And I had a young lady over there put the names and shit on of Dominique, happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? And everybody come out here, but you got to be at my address. You have to be at my home by 2:00. If you're not here by 2:00, if you're not here at 2:00, you can't get in. The gate will be locked at 2:00 for Dominique's birthday. I live about 45 minutes out of Cincinnati. We're going to skate in the backyard. We're going to throw some balloons up. We're going to have a water balloon fight. Bring your swimming suit if you want. That cool, Dominique? Are we good now? We Gucci? We back on track? All right, so listen, a couple things, man. I gotta say this. I gotta get this negative thing out of my system. Tanika said I ain't gonna make it. Tanika, aren't you in Orlando? Hell, you wouldn't make it if I was in Florida because I live a couple hours away from Orlando. But anyway, let me just say this. Fam, a few more people have gotten in. I gotta make this. I have to share this PSA. Wyatt Live Messenger group family. This is not for everyone because everyone's not part of it. But for those that are, I have to pass on this information piece. And if the shoe fit, wear it. Don't get offended. Don't get mad. I still love you. But I need everybody in the Wyatt Live Messenger group to calm down. Not everybody. There's a few. Y'all need to calm down that shit on all this. I don't need CNN clips. I don't need Fox clips. I don't need propaganda from different outfits. I don't need all this shit about what Trump doing. I don't need all this shit about VP Harris and what they doing. Unless something happened, like an assassination like what happened to Trump, that's worthy of putting in because it's actual news. It's something that actually happened. Please stop putting all that bullshit in the Wyatt Live Messenger group about some shit Trump said and you ain't hear him say it. Please stop putting some shit in there about what Kamala Harris, what VP Harris said, and you didn't hear her say it. Stop putting all them damn clips in there. That's clickbait for your ass to be looking at. We don't need CNN reports. Everybody in here grown, they can find the channel CNN. It's on somebody's cable box, and it's probably a 3-digit number. Please stop doing that. We don't need to hear every fucking lie that's been told to you about these candidates for president. And y'all be writing the longest shit in the world. Nobody's reading it. At this point, it's just taking up air. It's just taking up space and memory on people's phones and shit. Please stop. I done added some people. People leave because of that. Nobody wants to talk about politics all the damn time. It's not what I like to do, and it's draining to people. How about we put some inspirational shit in there every once in a while? Make somebody feel good about being there. I don't want J.D. Vance, Trump, Vice President Harris, and where the fuck is Biden and all that. I don't want, that's ridiculous to me. You can listen to your programs. You can tune in to your own CNNs, Fox Newses to get that shit. That's not what we about. Okay, this is not an attack. This is just me saying, please calm it down. We hear the bullshit. We hear it. We see it. You can't miss it. My God. What you think, you breaking news and shit? I mean, are you thinking you telling us some shit we don't see and hear? And then what's crazy about it is these articles be some bullshit. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going to be part of propaganda. I didn't create this to pass on bullshit to people. I mean, let people find bullshit on their own. I don't want to be a white sheet of paper and everybody posting bullshit on the white sheet of paper and letting them read it. I don't want to be that type of platform. Just like I tried to clear up all of the BS that was going on between people being disrespectful towards one another in the group. Yeah, we had that time. It's not like that now. Of course, we have a beautiful family going on in there now. Nobody's disrespectful unless I haven't seen anything. My snitches haven't come and told me. The snitches have not come and told me, hey, why, man? You know, when he being real disrespectful to my wife, man. I ain't putting up with that shit. Why? He been saying that crazy shit to my wife. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Hell no, Carolyn Smith. That's how you get blocked. You can say the most disrespectful thing about anything you want to say, as long as it's not about the NFL and my Bengals, and it's an instant block if you come in there with some Steelers shit. If you say stealer, you better make sure you talking about somebody that slapped somebody. Oh, she stole on her ass. She was stealing them. You better not talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't. It's a no-go. And the season coming too. That's an instant block. Your ass. That's on your block. All right. So we got that cleared up, guys. Because we don't have this conversation that often. I mean, we don't have that conversation that often. And if it fits, if you're part of it, don't get offended. Don't get offended. Everybody's guilty of doing it. Hell, you know what's crazy? Some of it is humorous. But y'all be posting this shit like it's bars. Like word is bond on this shit. Please. Let Fox lie to their people. Let CNN lie to their people. We don't need, I'm not a subdivision of those places. Get it? You invite people to Wyatt Live group and the first thing they read is a 13-page fucking essay on politics. They bounce right away. Oh man, I ain't got time for this shit. I'm just saying. Stop it. You not breaking no news. All right, I'm done. That was my rant. That was my twin. Shit, I didn't have a red mic on. I didn't mean it to be nasty. I didn't mean it to be a red mic moment. But nobody's, you ain't breaking no news in there. All right. We cool? Everybody, we cool? Did I say something wrong? Let me know. All right, let me check that off my list of shit I had to talk about that I really didn't want to talk about. But like, you got to start paying attention to the reactions that you get from your post. If you put something in the Wyatt Live Messenger group, pay attention to the responses and the engagement that you get. If you're not getting any, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen who don't like when I say my bad words occasionally. But I start talking like that when I get a little frustrated because I just think grown people should have better instincts when it comes down to knowing what's good and bad, what we got going on as far as, if nobody's engaging in a long drawn out conversation about a topic, it probably is not interesting to the majority of people in there. Let's just not force things down people's throat. All right, that's that. Local news a little bit. What's this about the school buses? What's this about the school buses in Cincinnati? The school buses, the kids' school buses, the CPS. Am I hearing this right? Am I hearing that they're about to start there's going to be more kids dropped off downtown? You're right. You're right, Tanique. Common sense is not common. You're right. And I didn't want to be, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying, sis? I don't want to be disrespectful. But sometimes you just have to bring awareness. And then if they continue to do it, then, then a little disrespect tend to come in. But I don't mean to, there's a few people. It's not just, I'm not just talking to one person, trust me. There's a few people in there that do this. And they think they spitting bars. They think they didn't drop some shit that it clearly says, a report from CNN. Oh, exactly, Shaba Zulu, black jobs. I'm just playing. Don't with the inside shit, Shaba. Shaba, don't. Because I'm here with you. I know what you're talking about. All right, that's how you lose people, though. You start telling them shit that you don't want to see them do, and then you become a dictator. Oh man, the things that we fall for. The things that we talk about and fall for. I don't need it over in our platform like that. If that's your thing, let it be your thing. All right, so the school buses. What was that? Daryl said, hold on one second. He said, let me give it. Yeah, he said no yellow bus. So the yellow bus service is gone. The yellow bus service is gone for CPS, all of it. Can somebody answer that for me? Daryl said all CPS kids will ride the metro, and that is about to be really dangerous. Yeah. Even the younger ones, elementary. I thought they said 7th and 8th grade, like junior high age, are now going to start riding the bus. From my understanding, they said it was going to be somewhere in the realms of about 11 to 1,200 additional kids riding the metro now. Now, some shit ain't mathing with me on this. Somebody said that 11 to 1,200 more additional kids are going to ride the bus, the metro. Regina says 7th and 8th. Okay. Now, this is on, Jerica said, aside from school bus thing, what else did Lincoln discuss? I cannot remember. Trump, how about that? Since you want to try to play me like I'm talking about what Lincoln talking about. This is a Cincinnati.com thing. This came across my thing on Cincinnati.com. But I can tell you real fast, Trump all day. Trump. Dirty Republicans. Trump. Dictatorship, Trump. Anything else you want to know? Because that's what they talk about all day, every day, all day. Politics. Do y'all say the same thing about them when they talk about politics? They reinforce everything that every day. You'll never miss a day. You could take off 2 weeks. You'll never miss a day. Trump. So the school bus thing, let me understand this. They're talking about 11 to 1,200 people. Yes, they do, Stephen Speed. Stephen Speed, I want to thank you for the policy, for the post that you gave me. I'm going to talk about that today. That's a very important thing about the affordable housing thing. We're going to talk about that today. Jerica's sliding in shade. She said, well, y'all do the same thing here. So what, I talk about Trump every day? Do I talk about Trump every day? If that's the case, why listen? If I'm doing and saying everything that they doing and saying, why would you listen to the am I the remix version of the same shit or what? It's the same lyrics, different beat. Is that what you're suggesting? Okay, whatever. I just wouldn't, I wouldn't listen to the same song with a different beat. I just wouldn't do it. I've done it before, but not every day. Who had those numbers for me? I hear you, Mama Birch. What's up, Mama Birch? Stephanie Covington, what's good? She said I ish on VP Harris every day. You don't know half of the things that I can say about that lady. So I know it's not true that I ish on her every day. Maybe when somebody don't play along with what y'all talk about, a difference of opinion might be ishing on somebody. But I don't talk about that lady every day. I don't even like politics. But anyway, the school bus. Let's get back to the school bus. I don't want any distractions, so I'm going to ignore the distractions right now. So 11 to 1,200 kids are riding, or additional kids are going to be riding the school buses, 7th and 8th graders. I've always wondered why Cincinnati Public School didn't have their own private bus service. I always wanted to know why they didn't have their own yellow buses. Because if you go to these schools in the suburbs or something like that, I know there's a lot more kids in Cincinnati Public School, but I would think that having more kids, you would want to provide that bus service. It's probably a little more difficult, but I think it's probably more necessary just out of safety reasons. And here's what I don't, this is not going to be a comfortable thing to say, but a lot of people only think of themselves when they're talking about these kids going downtown. Y'all only thinking about what people impression of these children are. Are they bad kids? They bad kids. No. I don't believe that all the kids that go downtown are bad kids. I don't believe that. But that's not what hurts your downtown. That's not the problem. The bad kids is not the problem. It's the migration of kids. It's the bunch of kids in a business district. They don't have to be doing anything to hurt people's business. Now, that don't mean that I think Lil Ricky shouldn't be down there. This shouldn't happen. They need to clear it out. I don't necessarily feel that way. But coming from a business perspective, if I'm a business owner, if I own a sandwich shop and there's 50 kids right on outside my door or on my block, that's bad for business. unless they come in. If they lined up to come in and spend some money, that's different. Music I call it music. They went to City Hall. A lot of these businesses went to City Hall and complained. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that all the kids are bad, but it doesn't take bad kids to mess up people's business. I told y'all, my sister-in-law, I overheard, I was lightweight eavesdropping, and I heard some shit she was talking to with my wife. And she was saying something about, well, when I get off work, I can't even get at the bus stop. It's so many kids down here. Now, she rides her, you know how parking downtown is expensive. So some people ride the bus to the, out a little further out, like by Channel 9, or ride it up Reading Road and park somewhere on the street or something. They don't park downtown because parking downtown could be 80 to 100. It was $75 a month 10 years ago. I can only imagine what it is now. And if you don't have parking or a parking pass at your job, man, it's probably $100, $125 a month now. So people get a bus pass, ride the bus up the street, get their car up the street. That's reasonable. That makes sense to me. But my sister-in-law was like, it's so many kids out here, and then they disrespectful. They saying things, they joking on you, and they, you know how older people are. She older than me, so you know how we might not be all that fly to these young kids anymore. You know how we were as kids. You see somebody coming and they got on some bell bottoms or got on some funny shit, and everybody laughed. It was disrespectful when we did it, and it's disrespectful now. But the truth of the matter is, listen, I'm not suggesting that all the kids downtown are bad. I'm not suggesting that one bit, but it don't take bad kids to make a problem down there. It's hurting business. If it wasn't hurting business, or if businesses didn't have a problem with it, they would have never gone to City Hall to complain. It would have never been an issue. But evidently, it's a problem. I noticed I didn't hear anybody say anything on anywhere locally. I didn't hear anyone say anything about the young man that got sentenced. There was a young man, y'all seen the video on the news, local news. The young man who hit the man in the head, and the other little youngsters jumped on the guy. That young man got sentenced to 18 months in jail. Nobody said anything about that because y'all want to believe, all the kids, these kids ain't bad. Some of them are, but the majority of them are not. And I'm on the side of the not so bad kids. I'm on their side. However, it's just not rational. It's just not reasonable for 500, 600 kids to be downtown Cincinnati. That just it's not good for the city. When you're messing up the tax base, when you're messing up people making their money, when you got people getting off work down there and they're uncomfortable, the city has to do something about that. And to be honest with you, I hear through the grapevine, I hear that that's the least of their problems are downtown. That's not where the bad kids really are. The fighting kids and all that shit are around the corner. So I just think Cincinnati Public School needs to come up with a solution. Maybe they need to do, I don't know, man. I'm not an educator. I don't know how the system works. I don't know if it would be feasible or plausible to do this, but maybe they need to work up different school schedules. You understand what I'm saying? Like some people get off at 2, some people start school at 8 in the morning, some start at 9, some start at 10, whatever. That way everybody don't just leave at the same time. Anybody thought of that maybe? You know what I'm saying? I know some people get early release and some people, but I'm just saying when you got that many people leaving school all at the same time, it's just too much. And maybe they need to look into becoming their own bus service. Or creating their own bus service. Mason has it. Lebanon has it. All these outskirts. How are they able to do it and we can't do it in the city of Cincinnati? I don't live in the city of Cincinnati. However, y'all know my argument of that. I pay a lot of taxes to that damn school system. I feel like I can give my opinion. Carolyn said the judge gave him the maximum sentence because he tried to remove his ankle monitor while on house arrest. So that's that. Well, he did a couple little things more than that. You know, you don't get 18 months without. Listen, I don't want to put anybody's business out there. It's not me to do that, but I'll just say this. It's very unlikely that you do something like this or get caught for the very first time and get sentenced. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that just doesn't really happen that often. And I'm going to tell you something right now, and I'm going to put this out there because I got love for this particular judge. It was Judge Triggs. Now, you know Judge Triggs is a really nice guy, and he one of us. It's a brother. Judge Triggs ain't sending this dude to jail unless it's there, unless he really has no choice. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Alan Triggs, judge, great guy, family man. I know his wife. Matter of fact, his wife is the young lady that I used to tell y'all back in the day. We went to the Boys and Girls Club together. See what I'm saying? Back in the day, the one who said, you know, great individual. Known her since I was 10 years old. He got 18 months. Judge Triggs gave him 18 months. It wasn't just because he cut the ankle monitor off. But when you're dealing with that, I mean, that was the easy part for the ears to hear. Ain't nobody going to jail for an assault. You're not going to jail instantly. I told y'all, whether y'all like it or not, or understand or believe me or not, I know dudes that then got probation on top of probation. Jail, as much as y'all love to say they just sending us to jail. No, jail is really like the last alternative. You usually get probation, then you get this counseling, then you get this halfway house, then you get the damn drug. What's that? You get the right program. You get all this stuff before they send you to jail. There it is. I just told you, Carolyn. You get all that. Ask somebody. How many of y'all know somebody, unless you did something like an F1, F2, where it's a mandatory jail sentence if convicted? Like, you can't murder somebody and it'd be like, well, this is my first offense. I'm cool. I'm about to get probation. That's not going to happen. But an assault that you can level down because other people were participants, you know what I mean? I could see it. I could see the young man getting 24 months of probation. Now, I'm no judge. I can't judge it. But if he was a first-time guy, first-time offender, and he did this shit with some other minors, with some kids, yeah, I would probably go toward the probation area. And I would set an example of, hey, I am going to stretch this probation period out as to the max because I want everybody to know this is how we deal with it. But it was more than just. It was more than it was more. There was more there. And I know a lot of people that hear storylines and baselines, they don't really care about the facts. They just pay attention to the shit that the news tell you. And once the news kick in, they spin their narrative, and then we in our feelings about how things go. But as far as all these kids, I don't know how this is going to work out. If you're going to have another 1,100, is that an accurate? Where's the Cincinnati.com? I can pull it up. Is that an accurate number? 1,100 more kids are going to start riding the Metro bus. And that don't mean all of them are going to be going downtown. Some of them will be able to get on a bus and it'll take them directly to their neighborhood versus, riding downtown to get on to transfer. But I'm curious to know how many of those 1,100 or 1,200 that are now going to be going on Metro, how many of those kids will be now transferring downtown? See what I'm saying? I'm curious to know what that number is. Because last year, I mean, I don't know how they're going to fix that problem. It don't take activists. It really don't take that because, to be honest with you, the kids aren't bad. I mean, not that circle of kids that's right there at the transfer spot. Most kids are just hanging out and watching the bad kids. Ooh, ah, and taking a cell phone. That's what that is. Preston Smith says nonviolent offenders in most cases aren't doing time, even on dope cases. My PO told me, he said, my PO told me that in 2015 when I was, wait a minute, when I was on ISP. Oh, are you kidding me? Carolyn says, well, don't know much about the criminal system, so I'm just I'm just giving what the media said. Yeah. Don't shoot the messenger. Is that what that said? Hold on. I can't. It was moving fast on me. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay, no, I'm not. It's all Gucci. It's cool. I'm bang bang. I'm not gonna shoot you. Stephanie Covington said they took away the metro school routes. Shit. All of them? Wow. That's your school board. How many transit centers Metro have? I don't know. Ron Dula says the fact is nobody will know until school starts and is the fact is nobody will know until school starts and is well underway because the young ones will go where the old ones go. Oh wait, okay. All right. Okay. Well, I don't know. All I'm gonna tell you is my opinion is if Cincinnati Public School was going to get away from the bus routes or whatever. Wait a minute, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. So let me ask you. So Steph, you saying they got rid of all of the school routes. So what routes do they take? Like they don't go outside. Like at Withrow, you know how all the buses was sitting out front for us. You know what I mean? So those are school bus routes, right? Those are done and over with. So now the alternative is to just go catch the regular metro. How that shit gonna work out? How's that gonna work out? She said they ride regular buses. Do you know how many people gonna be on the 4? You know how many people? What's that bus that's outside of? What bus is that outside of Withrow? I'm not sure which one. Whatever number it is, bro, that ain't gonna work. That is not going to work. So it's gonna take kids forever and a day to get home. I don't know the system. Let me shut up because I don't know the system. The 11, thanks, Steph. No, she's my encyclopedia with Withrow High School, y'all. The 11 and the 69. How is that gonna work? It's got to be, if you sit 200 kids outside that got to catch the 11 and 69, they'll be sitting out there waiting for one and then another and another and another. How many people can you get on the metro? 50? This is going to be crazy to me. And I don't wish anything. I mean, this is crazy. I don't think they thought this all the way through. Maybe they don't have a choice, but I don't think they thought this one all the way through. I'm sorry. But maybe I'm missing something here. Because let me go to the phone lines. Maybe somebody got something to tell me that I'm not quite, that I don't have the information on. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, cousin, White?
Oh, now we cousins, huh? You be dogging me, bro.
Sorry, it's a good thing, but I love you like Tim Scott said.
All right, brother. All right, I'm gonna say something, man, from my heart, man. I got love for you too, twin. What's happening, bro?
I think that's the most dumbest excuse, whatever they try to cover up that bus thing. I think it was stupid.
The bus
You got,
what do you mean, bro?
hold on. You got what, 7th and 8th graders about to catch the bus?
7th and 8th graders, you said?
Yeah, about to catch the bus.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean, because I don't know the system. I don't know if they rerouted some of these regular buses. I don't know if they're going to have trailer buses, which means, 2 11s or 3 11 buses together 269s or 369 together. I don't know how that's gonna work, bro, because you can only put so many people on a bus.
Exactly, man. Then they catching it downtown. Them hard-working people that work down there, like, this isn't a mess. Seeing fights and 8th graders fighting 12th graders and all that crazy. Man, whoever came up with that plan need to be fighting and everything. Man, it's stupid.
Well,
and why you talk about the chat and everything, I'm going to keep jumping and stuff. Catch up, White. Hey, you talked about the chat and everything. It was crazy because I don't too much like talking about it, just like you, that Trump stuff and Biden or Harris, whoever, because this shit get boring to me, man. So I don't too much like talking about it and everything else. Why that guy that killed them, his little kids and everything.
which
I
one?
think he does
You talking
the
about
one in Pike County. They
okay.
They convicted him and everything.
Yeah, he took a plea deal.
Yeah, they did right. Let him suffer in jail and everything for what he did.
I don't agree with that.
Plus, huh?
I don't agree with that.
You would have killed them, White?
I think he should be on death row.
No, White. I'm gonna let him suffer because every day, White, he gonna wake up, he gonna wish he had a did. He gonna have nightmares behind that one, White. He probably taking all type of pills and everything, but them pills ain't gonna work.
I agree. But twin, if you on death row, they not gonna kill your ass next week. People on death row, guys be on death row. You know this better than me. Some guys been on death row for 20, 25 years.
Yeah. No, they ain't gonna do.
And the fear
gonna take a long time.
Yeah, and the fear is you don't know what day they gonna come knock on your gate and say, hey, next week you scheduled for execution next week.
Yeah, right. Checkout time and everything.
Yeah, that's a hard thing.
Now they gotta keep getting them dollars and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and then why I heard the guy that raping a child from 5 to 11, something like that.
God, bro, you got tons of great information today. You just don't.
I told you catch up. I'm jumping.
I know. I'm just saying these are horrible. These are horrible things. That
you gonna get it all together when I'm done. Okay. Why 5 to 11 been raping that child? Louisiana got a law. I don't know if they passed it right now to cut your dummy off if you rape somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with that being said, what about if a woman?
I didn't hear you all. I'm sorry, twin. I said, I didn't hear you all the way. I don't want to say to some shit that I didn't.
I'm talking about Louisiana got a law to cut your dummy off, a man's dummy, when he raped somebody, right?
Nah, never heard of that.
Yeah, they trying to pass a law like that.
Oh, okay. See, that's different. They can tell you anything that they trying to pass. I mean, you can take anything for review, but that don't mean it's gonna happen. But okay, that sounds foolish to me.
Okay, with that, what about if a woman do the same thing? What they gonna get cut off? So that's like
I don't know. Maybe they'll get it glued shut. I don't know. I don't know, bro. It got me there.
See, I don't know about that because I don't know.
Yeah,
I know this girl in Chicago. This dude did some foul. He like, I hate to say it, he sliced and diced up her monkey and stuff, right?
Ooh.
So every time she had to, use out of that cholesterol bag or whatever, that pissy bag, some she had to use.
Okay.
Because every time it's moist or whatever. I mean, it was crazy, right? So they had to come up with something else about the women. I mean, they talked about whatever, but it was crazy. Something else I want to touch bases.
Okay.
I got so much in my mind.
Is it better than them last two?
Huh?
Is it better than them last two? You got anything?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I thought that was. Let me say something about the guy who killed his 3 kids. I remember that day. And it was horrible. I couldn't imagine having 3 little sons. For those that don't know or who are out of town, there was a young man. He's probably 30, 35ish, who had 3 sons. These little boys were in the age range of maybe 4 to 8, somewhere in that area. He took a shotgun in his home. They live out in the country, like, and he shoots them. He hawks them down, bring them back to the house, and he shoots them execution style out in the yard, and sits there and wait for the police to show up. And I mean, I just don't understand. I know mental illness is real and all that, but I just, no, I don't think that he should I don't think he should have got a deal of life in prison. That's just me. That's my opinion. That's where the death penalty plays a part in for me. I understand if somebody says that they believe in the death penalty, this is a case where I think that he should really die for his actions. That he didn't give those little boys a chance, man. You understand what I'm saying? Them little boys have futures.
Right.
Just because you bring them in this world don't mean you can take them out.
Right. All right, then. Well, I ain't gonna hold you. I think that's about it. So much going through my head. I think that's about it, though. All right, man. I keep listening.
All right, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for engaging, twin. Boy, it is gonna be hard to get back on my track after that. The hell? You hear about them kids got me, and then the man that took the little girls, and whew, where do I go? Now I got to get back on the fuck? What? Oh, school buses. My bad. I'm not trying to make light of what Twin said. It's just, damn, that was from left field. I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. Twin usually coming in here on 10. You know what I mean? Minimum, Ted, I said. Okay. I got your back, Twin. You know I got your back. But I don't know how this is going to work out with school buses, guys. I don't know. It's not my problem to solve. However, I think the city has to take a closer look at how all those children downtown Cincinnati are affecting downtown business. I can't remember the last time. It's probably been a couple years since I've sat downtown Cincinnati and ate a meal. Lunch, dinner. I haven't eaten dinner in downtown Cincinnati, and I can't even tell you how long. But let me just be honest. I used to, obviously before we had the 1 o'clock show here, I used to go to certain restaurants in downtown Cincinnati because my office is, I wouldn't say quite walking distance. On a nice sunny day, I might walk, but because if you notice, my office is over by the casino, by Hard Rock. So imagine walking from Hard Rock over to Fountain Square. It's not the longest walk in the world, but if you got an hour's lunch, 20 minutes of it is going to be that walk. So now you're spending more time on your feet walking back and forth than you are sitting down enjoying your meal. So it doesn't make much sense for me to walk over there. That being said, can you imagine 200-300 kids? When we used to go downtown after school, we were just hanging out courtside, you know, that little tunnel from Fountain Square to McDonald's. We just hung out, but I didn't know any better. I didn't know that we was really messing up McDonald's. I didn't know that we were messing up courtside, just hanging out. I didn't know that we were actually being a nuisance to the damn to the business district. Nobody looked at it that way. And then people that drive, students that drive. Can y'all tell me this? Skywalk. Yeah, you're right. We used to go over to the Skywalk. Thanks, Steph. Can y'all agree with me on this? Back in our day, you even had people that didn't even ride the bus come downtown after school, and they drove cars. They would ride around the block with their music up. Is that still going on? Gray, what's good? What's good, sis? Is that still going on? Are they doing that? We talking about the school kids that's riding the bus. Yeah, Donnie said, what's up, bro? He said, we wasn't disrespectful, my brother. You right. We didn't, there was a few fights though, but we wasn't, we would cap on people. We would do that. Let's not act like we didn't do some disrespectful. We did do some disrespectful shit. It's just the disrespectful stuff we did is at a different level of what they do today. Because I've heard there's, maybe not on Fountain Square or Government Square or whatever, but there's a bunch of kids down there that are smoking and drinking and doing things that, reckless kids do. You're going to get that. All right. But the majority of the kids that's down there, they really it's just a breath of fresh air being out of school, being able to kind of, hang out and get to where they going and all that old shit. I understand that, man. I was that kid. I understand hanging out and watching things. I didn't know any better. I didn't necessarily rush home to do homework and all that old shit. I didn't do that either. So I'm not going to sit here and act like these kids are the worst thing in the world, and we, you know, that's the biggest problem with the school board or the school system or CPS. That's the furthest that I wouldn't correct that first. There's a whole lot of other things I would correct before I would try to correct that school bus thing. It needs to be fixed. Somebody's going to get hurt. I don't want it to happen, and I'm not trying to talk it up to happen, but I think anybody here with some common sense knows. And I don't care how many people you put down there. They're not going to be able to, you know, control the kids that are off on the other side of you know, them other side streets and all that. Y'all say you don't want the police involved in the kids. Then what do you want? You know, what do you want? What do you want if you don't want the police down there directing the traffic? What do you want? I know some of y'all want to be able to put these nonprofit organizations in play because this is a play to get some money. I know that. But to be honest with you, all we got to do is have parents that really understand, look, my kid, I'm responsible. If my kid do something, I'm responsible for what they do. That'll be part of the fix right there. Let me go back to the phone lines real fast. Maybe somebody can tell me something different. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, it's Tracy. Off work today. Well, not today, but I got off early. How you doing?
Tracy, what's good? What's happening with you? Long time no talk to.
I know. I've been busy. Listen, Wyatt, I was very disturbed when I heard about this $9 million budget fall for City of Cincinnati schools, and they're going to combine, you know, junior high school kids with high school kids. The thought of that terrifies me.
Wait, sis. I don't mean to cut you off. You say it's a $9 million budget cut, and they're going to bring the 7th and 8th graders what, in the same school as the high school?
No, not in the same school. I'm talking about on the bus.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that because I just don't like that demographic mix at all. I don't like them in the same school building, and I know a lot of schools have merged to be 7 through 12. I don't like that. I just think that too much goes on the yellow bus, much less on the metro bus, and the metro bus is going to be next level type stuff. And like you said, somebody's going to end up getting hurt. Not to mention, I don't even like when they make budget cuts and make these kids walk distances to get to a bus stop or to have to catch, you know, the metro in the dark. I don't like any of that. I think, you know, we need to reprioritize and put safety first as it relates to our kids, and to put 7th and 8th graders on the bus with kids who are potentially 17 and 18 years old. I'm just not with that at all. And I also don't like how the acting superintendent wants school teachers to go down on Government Square to try and get a curb on whatever could, or ward off whatever could potentially be happening. These teachers have families too, and they want to go home at the end of their day. They might have younger kids to pick up or sit down at the table and do homework with. I think you have to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think there should be something else in the budget that you could cut or, you know, trim back to make up this shortfall. And I don't think that putting kids on the metro with, you know, older kids who are almost adults is the answer.
Yeah, that's tough. I think you got great points there, sis. I agree with everything you just said. I don't agree with...
What? Wait a minute. Say that again. Say it louder for the people in the back. I agree with everything you just said. Say that again.
Caller, you there? You breaking up on me? You there?
Oh, Steve, there you go. Playing games. Let me
I'm messing with
get my main camera so my phone can cut out.
Oh, listen to you. Your phone about to cut out on your day off?
No, it is. Now that you can't repeat what I'm saying, I'm going to go drive past it right now.
I'm about to say it. You got me. All right, listen. I agree with everything you just said. I can't give you any blowback on that. I believe everything you said is accurate. Now, do you have a suggestion to you know, on the fix? How do we, what do they need to do? I mean, you can cut $9 million, and part of that, I'm sure that $9 million wasn't all just busing. There was some cuts somewhere else. I don't know. Has that been publicized? Do we know what those cuts were other than the busing?
I haven't seen it, but you might want to start with administration and ask, are they making too much? Cut some salaries. Let's start there.
Cut some salaries? Who's
taking a pay cut?
Well, see,
and I'm not saying teachers, I'm saying administration. Teachers deserve more in everybody's opinion. But what are your administrators making? How many of them are making well over six figures, and do they deserve it? Can they prove that they deserve it?
Well, now
You know,
here's
you
the
got to
problem.
cut somewhere.
Here's the problem you're about to run into when you start talking like that, and
Yeah.
it's the major problem. Now you dealing now this is where the people, us, the people who are financing the Cincinnati Public School, need to turn around and ask if our tax dollars are really being spent properly on salaries and things of that nature, right? But guess who we have to battle? Guess who it is that you battle when you do that? Those teachers unions. Those unions, they control, and they have negotiated these salaries for these people, not just teachers, but the administrations and all that too. So the same people that just showed you that they control your Cincinnati public school by getting rid of a lady in broad daylight because they didn't like the way she was trying to do things. It wasn't the parents and the students that got rid of that lady. It was the teachers union. We all know that. And that's just too much power. So now what I would do, I don't know how much influence or what the teachers, not the teachers union, but the school board, they handle the budget, right? They responsible for the metro cut, and the $9 million, that was their vote, right? They voted the $9 million cut, right? Okay, then we need let us see the breakdown. What all did we lose other than busing? I mean, you see what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be salaries. What you think, sis?
I don't think it will be either. I don't know what else you could cut because, you know, let them tell it they're on a skinny budget as it is. But you found $9 million to cut from somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I just, here's the thing that I just have. This is one of the reasons why I believe in school choice as well, because I hate that broke mentality shit that they throw out. We don't have no money. We don't have money to do this, and we don't have money for that. We don't have money to do this and this and that. They have the money, sis. It's just like anybody else. I know some people, and I have to bring this up in money because I know folks that make well over six figures and they live check to check. And then I know some people that make $50,000 a year and they put 10% of their savings up, or 10% of their check up to save. There's people that, you see what I'm saying? It's how you budget your money and what you choose to do with the money. It's not necessarily how much you make that controls what you do and how you spend it. It's your priorities. You understand what I'm saying? There are people out here that live check to check because they got a car outside everywhere, and they got all these bills that they accumulated. You see what I'm saying, sis? But some of it is wasteful spending. And then you have some people that make half of that, and they can budget their money better and can go on vacations and do better things than somebody that make way more money than them.
Yeah, and listen, I don't want to make it sound like it's a easy overnight fix. You know, I'm on the outside looking in, but my priority is the safety of these kids.
I agree.
And, you know, keeping junior high separate from high school because it's just too much going on. And, you know, if it were my kids, I would be screaming the same fight. So that's all I wanted to call and say today. You know what I think?
I miss the days of Mr. Washington. George, Mr. Washington, who owned the Washington limousine service. He had buses.
Well, I will say respectfully, and I know our friend Glenn is gone, but when that shuttle took me up to Kings Island to work, they were smoking weed on the shuttle taking me to work. So I don't deem that as safe either.
Okay, but I'm sorry. My point isn't we needed them shuttles with the weed smoking. That's not my point. My point is that is a niche. I see Crystal real right. What's up, sis? She says, I'm going to start a transportation company. I bet you ain't nobody in our community even thought of that.
Man, listen, Crystal, you want to make some money, you better come on with it. That's
all I'm saying
what
to
we
you
need.
is, all I'm saying to you are, where are the people that say we need equity in our communities and we need this and we need that? Where are the people that call themselves leaders in our community? And I'll give it to Mr. Davenport out of what is Don's school. He was trying to fix his own problem and fix the problems that's going on in the city with transportation with school kids. Now, here's the thing. I know Mr. Davenport, but I don't know him like that I could say we've ever had some conversations with closed doors. I don't know him like that. But I will say this. If you're going to do your own thing, that don't mean you can do it the way you want to do it. He has school buses and they shut them down because they're purple. You still have to, you gotta follow the rules of the state. Okay. Yeah. You can't just do what you want to do because you can do it. You know what I'm saying? There's rules and regulations, but I think he's on to the right thing there by having his own buses for his school. And
Well, here's the idea. If Metro can come up with little shuttles to take seniors to the grocery store, why couldn't they do something like a passenger van, a bigger one, to shuttle 7th and 8th graders back and forth to where they gotta get dropped off at? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but there's always one.
First of all, I think this. I think that you have to see this problem coming before the budget cut falls. These are things that I know that they seen were possibly going to happen. And when you just drop the bomb on the community like that, I think that's irresponsible of the school. They don't like, I mean, I'm not saying they don't like me, but they may not like what I'm about to say. I see a lot of bad management out of people we call leaders. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that this bad management that you're going to drop the bomb. I don't know. I've just read the article yesterday. A week from school. Now you want 7th and 8th graders to start riding buses with older kids. And we already know the younger generation of those kids are they're vulnerable to the older kids.
Right.
From influence. You see what I'm saying? From influence, from starting fights, using, the DuBois mode, making him fight that guy and all this. Oh, you ain't cool. And I think there's going to be some problems. I think and this might be something that can't be fixed at the moment. But this is not unique either. I've seen Lebanon area have some problems with their school bus system. I've seen Westchester. At one point, I think the children up in Westchester, all of the buses was cut off at one time. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they didn't have the funding, but they had the buses. But see, I think that bus system is a whole nother business. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might be a school system that have their own bus. You can have 300 buses, but that transportation division is going to be a whole nother business within that business of schooling. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And they may not want to get into that. There's definitely some, some people that already done told them, look, man, we don't want to get into the bus business.
Right. Well, before I get off the phone, because I got to get ready to go somewhere, I want to give our sister Iris Rowley a shout out because she was on the news and she's always down at Government Square making sure that our kids are safe. She does so much work in the community. So, I definitely want to give a shout out to Iris Rowley because she works tirelessly for our community. And that's all I want to say on this.
All right. Well, shout out to Iris. All right, sis, that's all you got?
All right, that's all I got.
All right, talk to you soon. I've never had a whole day that I agree with everything you said. You blocked.
I'm gonna practice that so you can say it again next time I call.
You're blocked. You're not interesting when I agree with you. It's just not an interesting phone call. I can't stand it.
That's terrible.
I'm just playing.
Well, same Rothstein call next, then you'll have a good phone call.
Oh, you didn't mention that man's name. Shit. Nah, he will agree with us, and then he doesn't want to call when he agree with you. Yeah, he's not gonna call if he agree. All right, sis. Your phone sound like it's breaking up. You must be by your DoorDash thing or whatever.
I told you I was gonna get you back, but all right, bye.
All right, talk to you. Bye-bye. All right, let me take one more call back to back, bro. We doing it. Good afternoon. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Oh, quick. Hey, Wyatt. Fame Wallstein, how are you doing?
God. What's good, Fame? How you doing, man? You must have heard your name.
Actually, I didn't. Somebody was talking shit.
There you go, being cynical. No, nobody was talking shit. No, it wasn't that, bro. We just said something. It was Tracy and I. We were just talking on the phone, and she brought your name up, and I said, "Oh Lord, you didn't brought Fame's name up, so he gonna say something." But I think Fame will agree with us on this, so he may not call.
Oh, I honestly didn't catch that part of the conversation. I caught other stuff. I've been kind of in and out.
Okay.
I do apologize because I'm usually an active listener.
Yeah, I know. What's up, though, bro? What you got for us, man? We were talking about the school buses. What's on your mind,
though? Did this happen a year ago? We knew this was going to happen?
Yeah, they did have a cut.
There's something with Metro Bus and Cincinnati Public hadn't linked up on the contract, and so, the kids was pretty much SOL at the time?
Yeah. Last year, you're right. Now, here, from what I understand, their contract ran out. and then Metro
Yeah.
didn't renew it. They didn't want to see. When I hear things like that, I know there's other reasons. It's not just because they can't find bus drivers. Part of the reason why they can't find bus drivers is probably because of this school shit. I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, these bus driving is not an easy job. It's not an easy job. You deal with a lot of different mentalities, and they would have to pay me double or triple plus combat what they call that shit when you in a hostile area and you get
Hazard pay.
Hazard pay, bro. They'd have to pay me hazard pay to drive one of them damn school buses. I'm talking about a Metro with school kids on it. Yeah, I need hazard pay plus
No, I
double.
got you. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. You know, well, this was a Metro issue. It wasn't the school. It wasn't a yellow bus.
No, it was Metro.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, I made me think, because I just, instantly thought of Glenn's dad there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Mr. Washington.
when he was around, we didn't have these problems, but it wasn't a yellow bus school.
Right.
So I apologize.
But wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Maybe you'll know. The 7th and 8th graders, were they riding yellow buses, guys? Were they riding yellow buses, or were they riding Metro as well?
When I was last in high school,
oh shit.
Yes,
we ain't talking about when y'all rolled turtles to school, bro. I'm talking about now. Are the 7th?
I'm sure they are too. Yeah, it depends on where they're coming from.
They were riding yellow buses?
Huh?
They were riding yellow buses? Can somebody let me know?
Yes, yellow buses, not just Metros, but yellow buses.
Okay, they were riding. So where did those yellow buses come from? Does anybody know that?
Peterman, Clue. It was Peterman, Clue.
Okay, so they lost that as well? Or they,
and Glenn's dad, Washington.
Wait a minute. I got it. I'm slow today. So due to budget cuts, they can't afford the yellow bus system. Is that what it is? They can't get the yellow buses anymore because of the $9 million cut. So now what they're doing is, I'm assuming they're getting the bus passes through Metro and making them ride the regular routes now. The 7th and 8th graders and the high schoolers. Jason Dockery said First Student. That must be the bus company name. Queen City Transportation. Okay. Yeah, I've heard these places. Okay, so that's what it is. I'm reading some of the comments. They're saying yes. So due to the $9 million budget cut, which, I should have known that. Basically, what they're doing is they're cutting the yellow bus service for the 7th and 8th graders and now making them ride the Metro. And the Metro is a regular route now. It's not the specific school route. You know how each school used to get about 10 or 20 buses sent to them of Metro. So yeah, okay. All right, Fames. I'm sorry, bro. I was a little confused.
I think Cincinnati Public School has some real balls.
Okay, what's up?
Knowing what all those kids in downtown, concentrated in downtown again, knowing what it's going to cost after we see what happened with all the alleged Don stuff, right?
Okay.
So you see what it's going to cost. You should have known what this, what this could potentially become of. Your leaders should have nipped this in the bud before it even became public. Find a way to fix this problem. You know this is going to cause a problem within the city. Fix it. This is your job too.
Yeah.
You don't just come here, make lesson plans, teach, and report data. You're a part of the city's infrastructure. You should have taken care of this. This is their problem.
No, I mean,
from what I'm saying. From my point of view.
I agree. I agree. I just don't know what the fix is in this matter. I don't know. They had to make a $9 million budget cut, bro. I mean, I don't know what they. I mean, to be honest with you, when they were getting COVID money, what were they doing with it? I'm not trying to blame them. I'm just saying, why not invest in something that you can start your own bus? I mean, you may not want to do your own bus division, but you may have to. I mean, it's safer.
Well, you should have had RIFs. I didn't mean to cut you off, but they could have had RIFs.
Cut.
Reductions in force.
I got you, but I think they're already light.
From the district level,
but
they can make the contract of the school of the bus company.
But I think they're already light. It's kind of hard to even get school teachers these days. It's hard to get certain people to work in the school these days.
We're saying it ain't got to be teachers. It could be janitors. Anything. You gotta find a way to help your city out. Cincinnati Public. You knew this would be a huge problem.
Well, I don't
know, anybody get jumped, any adults get beat up, robbed, or whatever, Cincinnati Public is indirectly responsible for that.
MJ Smith, listen to this, Fame. MJ Smith, the young lady on here, she said, I had a stroke due to my stress from being a bus driver. I believe that. I actually believe that. I don't know if it's a yellow bus driver or a. I got a buddy of mine that used to be a Metro driver, and he hated that shit. He did it because it paid well for that moment, but he couldn't wait to leave that job. He hated it.
I mean, that's not every job everybody gets is for them, like your principal homie found out.
There we go. Okay. But
yeah, I'm sorry.
I do agree
Let's
with
just keep it a bean.
I agree with the statement. I don't agree who you used as an example, but I agree with.
He one of the worst niggas I've ever heard of. I'm sorry, Wyatt.
Oh my God.
I could go on him for hours because of stuff you told us about him.
I only said one thing about him. That was it, bro.
And that's enough. That's enough to tell me that this man does not deserve to be paid by the public. If that's how he thinks of his constituents.
You act like I said. You act like I said something.
I digress.
Okay.
We ain't called to talk about him.
You're right.
Also,
you brought him up.
You were talking about the activity in the group. I've told you for months that the people in that group hate children, but you never said anything about that. But the minute they start dissing Trump, it's like, hey, y'all need to cut this shit out in this group.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I don't get that.
Wait a minute, hold on. You think the reason why I'm telling people to stop putting stuff up on CNN and Fox and these other blog spots that's talking nonsense is because of what they say about Trump? You think that's why I did it?
I thought Jerica was spot on.
I don't know what
she was going off on you earlier.
I don't know. What did she say? Enlighten me.
She was basically saying like, oh, well, you don't want people talking about this the way you talk about this and that. Whoever was going off on you about that in the comments, I thought they were spot on.
Well, that's okay.
Because I'm gonna say this about it. And this is the last thing I'll say about that. This is all I want to say about it. The one thing I noticed about this group in particular, maybe it was not this group, this city. I meant to say, this city and everybody that I in particular. One thing I noticed is that everybody loves politics, is okay with politics when everything's all kosher. Once their candidate starts losing, they don't like talking about politics anymore.
And you think that's what
I noticed that. I'm not saying that about you. It's just a general observation that I've noticed. It's unscientific. Just my observation that I've noticed. Now, if I broke it down, it probably isn't true, but just on the ostensibly, that's what I'm noticing.
So here's the thing. I don't really have, if you're talking about me, I'll put my opinion on what you
No, not you, man. I don't call here to insult you personally.
Bro, I can't respond. I can't just say something about
but you think I'm talking about you personally. No, man.
No, I don't. I asked you. And when you say no, not you not you specifically, then I take your word on it. But I would like to say something about what you said.
Hey, please go off.
No, it's going to be real simple. It's not a go off or nothing. It's going to be simple. See, I don't see a winner in this fight. So I don't have one. I don't have a dog. I don't see a winner. I think no matter who gets it, whoever they put in, it's a losing battle for the people that it's a losing situation for the people that I love. It's not, I don't see a win in this because
can I ask you this? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask. Go ahead, Frank.
Isn't it a losing situation every election?
I do.
Regardless of who the two combatants are?
Bro, you took the words out of my mouth. I honestly can say I agree with that. Yes, that it is a losing battle because you got a bunch of people that think they getting something, but they really not. And then when you go against whatever they're talking about, now you're the enemy. And I see, and I've been saying for years that politics and religion are the truest divide. They divide us more than anybody in this country. And we have all this division. And I hear a lot of misinformation. And I just hear a lot of things that aren't true. And I just don't like to, look, I'm not going to argue with somebody. If I bring up a point or you bring up a point, Fame, and you clearly could see that I don't understand your position, why are you going to continue to have that conversation with me? Are you just trying to hammer your point into my head? I just don't get it. You see what I'm saying? I don't get what you're saying, and I don't agree with it, and I don't even understand it the way you understand it. So at what point do you just say, all right, Wyatt don't get it. I'm just gonna move on. That's at what point do you say that?
I get what you're saying. I'll never say why it doesn't get it. I'll just say, you know what?
No, I'm saying if
I'm
you
just
and
gonna
I were
move
having
on.
a conversation,
I'm not going to,
yeah, no.
I'm not conveying it,
no,
or he's not getting it.
no,
It's just what it is.
what
It
I'm
ain't worth
saying to you,
arguing over.
brother,
I'm moving on.
what I'm saying to you, brother, you don't have to say it like that. I'm saying in your mind,
Oh.
you've come to the conclusion Wyatt just don't get it. So now I'm just gonna have to stop talking about it. I'm gonna move on, and it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it, bro. I don't think there's a winner in this, because the reason why some people don't want some people, it's not genuine. And the reason why some people want some people, it's not genuine. So I don't want to get into the back and forth of trying to convince somebody that they about to get something, or they picking the worst of two evils. I don't live my life like that. I don't pick one of the two worst evils in my life. I'm not going, okay, do I want a woman in my life that's a mass murderer, or do I want one that's going to cheat on me? Which one should I pick? Because I got to have a woman in my life. I don't have to have a woman in my life if those are my two choices. I'll figure this shit out later. So so I don't believe when people talk that shit. Listen, man, let me just say this to you, bro, and you'll understand this more as we spoke to each other over the years. I don't understand how we don't see that we're the most important thing to America every 3.5 years. Black people are the conversation of this country every 3.5 years.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So why is that? Why is that, bro? Why don't we have there at one point you got to unify and just be a block. And if we to be a block, you have to have the same interest. So let's have that conversation of what is the same interest. Let's come to the sit down and see what is the main interest. What do we have? What do we want to see for us? It's like what the car company did at the Republican thing, the Republican convention. They always give their votes to the Democrats, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why were they at the Republicans convention? And what did the man say on stage? They always tell us they're going to do something, but they never do. And every 4 years we give them our vote. This is what he said on the stage, but he's not committed to the Republican Party. He just said, I'm responsible for 3 million union workers. And when we endorse somebody, we want to make sure we're going to get what we're asking for. So today it starts today. I'm here. I want to hear what y'all going to do for us Republicans. I want to hear what you're going to do for us Democrats. And every 3.5 years, those union workers at the car manufacturer, they are the most important thing to America every 3.5 years. Now, who else fit that mold?
Who else fit what? That mode of what?
Of being important every 3.5 years.
Women. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. You know, there's a couple of subgroups in America that fit that mold every time. But we're the only people who don't ask for anything. We're like the NFL players. We go to the bargaining table and come back with less every time.
I mean, you know, everybody don't see it that way. Everyone don't see it that way. And the reason why I don't like to talk about politics, I'll talk about it when somebody bring it up, or if something's hot on the stove because something happened today or something, I'll talk about it. But the reason why is because my position shouldn't matter to anybody. How I feel and what I do shouldn't matter to you. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't matter. And it's like the gotcha moment. When they hear me say something, now it's the gotcha. That ain't got nothing how I feel about politics don't have nothing to do with how I move every day in my life, bro. It'll have nothing to do with it. And then it killed me how we all we magnify each other. We put each other under magnifying glasses when it come down to this politics shit, like one smarter than the other. And I just don't, I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, if somebody that was highly educated did that to people that didn't have education, what would they say about that person? They think they better than them. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or if somebody did that with other things, if somebody had something more than me, or someone had more than you, and they came down on you because they thought of you differently because you didn't have what they had or whatever, you would look at them funny. And I kind of do that when it comes to the politic game. If you think different than I do in politics, that don't make you better than me, and it don't make me better than you. It's just my thoughts, my processing of how this shit works is just different. That's it. I don't understand why we get into these tussles and these fights about it.
Indeed, I'm with you on that for sure. And because it reminds me, and something else you said about this, so not about this, but reminded me of this. There's an old saying when it comes to politics and whatnot. If you ever watch laws or sausages being made, you'll have a hard night of sleep.
Hmm?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. If I ever watched them being made,
If you ever seen laws or sausages being made, you'll have a hard time sleeping.
yeah, at the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
See
know.
what I'm saying? So,
I do.
and I guess that's saying that laws are made in I guess some similar fashion. Just
Yeah.
whatever. It's that much painful. So, but that's all I got, man.
Right, brother.
Yeah, I just heard the bus talking. It made me remember like we just did this last year.
Yeah,
So
we did, and it's gotten worse because last year I think we knew that these cuts were coming, because they cut the bus service because they lost the contract, and now they're cutting the budget, which is now another counter to that cut from last year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just going to be a mess. I don't wish it to be a mess, but I just think that they're going to have their hands full. And this is going to be something that I hope no one gets hurt off of. There's going to be some vulnerable kids that are going to have to go through some things that I wouldn't have to ride the bus downtown to connect to another bus to get home. I wouldn't want that.
And let's not bury the lead here. With the stuff that happened with the superintendent, just recently and whatnot, Gabriel Taib, Cincinnati, and now this type of stuff and the stuff that was happening last year, Cincinnati probably started on some bullshit the last 5 years. Get your act together.
It's leadership. That's all I ever said.
And the school board. It ain't just the superintendents, the school board, the people that's hiring the damn superintendents. All that shit needs to be, it might need to be absorbed into the state. Like, get your shit together. But I digress. Hey, man, it's always a pleasure. I always enjoy speaking with you and conversing with you and your listeners. And we'll try this again sometime next week. But until then, everybody be well.
Thanks, Fame, for engaging with us. Tracy, you caused that. Tracy Dillingham, you caused that. I don't know, man. I just think that there's I think they got their hands full. I don't know what the budget looks like. I don't have anything to do with their budgeting. I don't know. I'm not in the education business. Jack says, and they complaining about the youth being downtown. Oxymoronic. I understand. I think we would lose our mind if they cut sports. You see what I'm saying? Remember Tracy? What's up, Tracy? Tracy said, we need to see what they're cutting. They could have cut something else. I don't know. Could they have cut Friday night football, basketball? Could they have cut things that I know that if they would have cut sports out, we would be losing our mind right now. But y'all need to pay attention. I'm a performance-based individual. I have staff. And I don't overpay people just to be part of my team. I just don't do that. I pay people performance bonuses. And I think that if you I think Tracy had a great point. That's why I agree with everything she said today. I think if you look at some of the salaries, you know what I'm saying? You look at some of the salaries that some of these administrators have. If you look at how some of, how they do things with the money. If you go out and do an analysis, a breakdown on the lunches and where they're buying it from. See, one of the things that Miss Wright, the former exec who was running it, one of the things that she did is she started sending some of the contracts out of town. Now, it didn't look good. It may not even have sound good because who remember this when the union person came in and talked to the radio station and said, and we don't even use our local contractors anymore to do such and such. Maybe your local contractors are gassing them, taking them up top on the price, and she was being competitive. Maybe that's part of the wasteful spending. And I'm just going to use this as an example. Maybe they were buying pens for our office supply from a local store. And that local store had an in on that contract and never had to bid on it. And they were overpaying for office supplies, desks and chairs and chalkboards or whatever, chalk. We don't know. But when I see dramatic changes come in and you move that executive out, and you hear things that the school board, excuse me, that the union president was bitching and complaining about. I heard red flags, fam. I heard shit that she was mad about that had nothing to do with the teachers union contracts. Had nothing to do with it. It was all about what that lady was doing that they're not used to. She's sending contracts out of Cincinnati for other vendors to be able to do this and this and that. Was she overpaying? If she's paying $46 a bundle for this, did she contract it out to somebody now she's paying $56? Or was she cutting the cost, getting the same thing and cutting the cost? Those are the things I want to hear. And I'm not going to assume that's what happened. I'm just going to say it's possible. It's a strong possibility that the lady was doing some cuts by what they call in the executive field, in the executive world, they call it trimming the fat. Strong possibility that that lady was cutting some fat off some of these, contractors and things of that nature. But it was just I heard too much. I watched that entire video that Mr. Ware, I already knew that Miss Wright was gone. I'm a body language guy. I knew she was already gone when she was talking to him. They was in negotiations to close her up out of here. And I was hard on that sister at the beginning. It wasn't nothing personal. I kept saying it's nothing personal. I just think that they put flunkies in that position on purpose. And I don't mean to call her a flunky. Y'all know what I'm saying, because she was far from a flunky. She's very educated, smart. She's an educator. She knows what she's doing. But I think what they wanted was a yes man, yes woman in there. They wanted a flunky. We're going to keep this shit the way it is. Keep sending that chalkboard money. Keep sending that print shop money. Keep sending that. These are our contractors. We don't want to send our we don't want to buy anything out of Cleveland. This is Cincinnati. We don't want to save money that way. I mean, there's so much that was involved there. I could tell by listening to that teacher union lady was out of pocket for that. That told me a lot more. It showed me the power of the teachers union and less power that the school itself has. They have the leverage. They have the leverage, and it's in. I mean, I seen it in broad daylight. And then they close the lady out, pay her all that money, and then get her up out of here. That's wasteful spending right there. I mean, I don't understand. And then I look at who supports this. Like what people are in place, what leadership supports what we see in broad daylight and don't say anything about it. I'm just telling you, it's obvious to some of us. If you look at Baltimore, I mean, look at the school systems across this country and look at the states that have the worst school systems, and they all function the same way. It's not a it's not a coincidence. It's meant to be that way. I'm sorry. But that's what it is. And unfortunately, the people who we put in place, who we want to call leaders, they're really just part of the process. I want to show y'all this video before I get out of here. We're going to talk about it probably tomorrow, because I ran out of time because I'm at the top of the hour. Excuse me. I want to show you this story. Stephen Speed, I think you were the one that put this in our Wyatt Live Messenger group. All right. And I want to go over this. I'm only going to say a short thing about it, and it'll wet your beak. It'll probably be a great conversation to have for tomorrow, excuse me, because tomorrow's Friday, and it'll give me the weekend to lick my wounds from the things that I'm going to say about it. Okay? But I want you to watch this clip that I play. It's from Channel 9. And I want you to watch what's going on with our affordable housing. Not all of it. Not all of our affordable housing in the city of Cincinnati. But how some of it is being dealt with, what we call affordable housing. I want you to listen to this story on Channel 9. Has anyone seen this about they're turning affordable housing into what are they called? I wrote it down. I'm sorry. I'm bad at this. Airbnbs. Is that the proper way to say it? An Airbnb, which is a daily a daily rental or something, daily or weekly rental. That can't be. Not in the city of Cincinnati. They lying to me. They making this shit up. They got to be making this up. As much as our leadership talk about affordable housing and they shake their head right in your face, this can't be true. Shalom, shalom, Brother Ty. So I'm going to let you watch this video. I'm going to have two comments about it, and then we'll maybe have a longer discussion about it tomorrow. I'm sorry I didn't get this in today, but I really got, by 3:30, I have to be doing what, I'm back at work at 3:30. I give myself a block of time to stay away, and I sit on this therapy couch and I just talk. But I want y'all to see this. Check it out.
Sherry King is taking pictures of a West End family in front of this West End row home.
I'm here to document the faces of the West End.
She wanted to take the photos inside and had booked an Airbnb for today to do so until the reservation was abruptly canceled less than 15 minutes after WCPO started asking questions about the home's ownership.
It's supposed to be an affordable rental unit or a home for a West End resident.
The row home was rehabbed by Habitat for Humanity and acquired by the Seven Hills Neighborhood Association in 2022, slated, according to the Port website, as an affordable rental unit. It was later sold to Seven Hills social worker Sheila Naird.
Now, when I called, Seven Hills Executive Director Alexis Kidd-Zaffer defended the home sale to their employee Sheila Naird, saying that the board had voted to expand sales to stakeholders like her once they couldn't find a suitable buyer from the general public.
As for using the property as a short-term rental, Kidd-Zaffer sees no issue as long as Naird honors the purchase contract and lives in the home as her primary residence for 5 years. Before being taken down, Airbnb listed the rental as whole house. King's screenshots show it was open for rent for virtually all of August, leaving me with questions.
Felix, Sean Delancey, how you doing?
So I called Naird. We'd worked on an anti-gun violence story together in June.
I've been living here since May the 23rd. Been waiting to find residency in Westfield forever. It was clear to me that should be my residence. My daughter done that.
Naird originally said her daughter made the listing, then backtracked and said she had no clue where it came from. The original listing includes an animated version of her face and her first name. Naird acknowledged that, but says she's never had a short-term rental account.
What's your message to the folks that are mad that what is supposed to be affordable housing was, at least for a while there?
What is my word? My word to them is, I don't know where this message came from. I am excited to be in my new home, something that's affordable for me, something in the area that I grew up in.
Director Kidd-Zaffer says that if this home is not in fact Naird's primary residence, it can be clawed back into Seven Hills ownership. In Cincinnati, I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.
I don't want to mess up anybody's hustle. Y'all know I say that all the time. So I'm gonna be careful because I don't know this lady, but I see red flags here. I don't know. So basically, what you're trying to tell me is they don't have suitable buyers for West End residents. They don't have suitable buyers. They don't. So that place was sold to one of their stakeholders, which is an employee who's a social worker. And let me just say this to you, with all due respect. Social workers don't make a lot of money. They're not like they're not highly paid. It's not even that field. So I'm not trying to go there with it. Maybe it just looks bad. Maybe she fits the criteria of low income housing or whatever, but that would have been my conversation. I would have, to be putting it on, what is it called? To be putting it on Airbnb, renting it during the time that it's supposed to be your primary. I mean, I see game. That's just what I see. I'm sorry. And it be the nonprofit organizations that I've been telling y'all about that line shit up like this. It's the games, though, Breeze. I'm not trying to mess nobody's bag up. It's the games, bro. It's bigger than just this situation here. Do you understand what I'm saying, bro? We got to stop falling for this nonprofit organization bullshit and using black folks for other people's gains. This ain't, bro, somebody came up on this, and it wasn't just her. There's stipulations. There's things you have to do. Bro, like, you trying to tell me that a mother with 2 or 3 kids who work every day, who out here struggling, and we talking affordable, who rents out their apartment? Listen, bro, listen. Go get an apartment up in Winton Terrace and put that mug on the Airbnb. You got too many explanations of why it was on there. First, you say your daughter put it on there, and then you say, well, I don't know how we got in there. You know, the research went down for them to do that I report like that. I ain't trying to, like I said, I ain't trying to mess up her bag. This ain't got nothing to do with her. I'm trying to show you how a system works. Has nothing, she just happened to be the one that's getting it because the story came out. Y'all really think she the only one that's been able to benefit from all this affordable housing situation? We can talk about it tomorrow. And I'm just saying to you, like, wow, just think about this. There was no eligible people to buy that house. So they sold it to a stakeholder in their company. I'd like to see the intricacies of the purchase. I'd like to see how much the house was paid, how much, who sold it to them, how much they put in the rehab, and then how much they ended up selling it for. I'd like to see that before I start talking about how much. I'm not going to talk about how much money was made. I just don't think that it don't sound right. Yeah, you can't. It's hard for me to say that there was no qualified buyers. That's hard for me to understand and hear. There's too many. That's a nice area now. Y'all know that's right there by the neighborhood house. That's right by the neighborhood house, man. Stop playing, bro. That's good prime property. What's funny about that, before I get out of here, I'm just going to say this to you. That's the same area that one of my partners and I, 10 years ago, were staking out buildings over there, and they were pretty much dormant, sitting dormant. And they were going for as low as $30,000 per dwelling, per slot. That's the street right there. That's where it was. So I'm not here to bitch and complain because I didn't come up. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's just I know that some of the programs that are put in place, now you're seeing how some of this stuff is being done. I mean, say what you will. Get your ammunition together for tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow right here in the same place at the same time.
I'll always be there for you. I'll never betray you. I love you, baby.
I'm at the Uptown on Dykeman, the Iten, talking that how she only dealt with businessmen. Niggas bad insurance, money off and on the books. The ones who stand firm like ain't nothing shook about them. I doubt them cats waiting for me, you know them niggas. Them big dudes across the street, she said yeah. They from over on Mayfair, bullets from out of nowhere. Sold a stay there and duck down. I hit the ground but managed to pull the piece out. This bitch over there with them pointing the sheaf out. They want beef out here, they gon' get it in the worst way. I'ma show them how black play. Roll the dice, fucking with me's like snake eyes. I break guys, sit back and watch my cake rise. It's all about the Benjamins, true, that be the motto. Ran out of ammo and started throwing bottles, running, and I ain't looking back for shit. Crooked ass bitch, today I get you back for this.
I love you, baby. No, you don't. You drive me crazy. That's right. I'll never betray you. I love you, baby. Come on. I love you, baby. No, you don't. You drive me crazy.
Yo, since the last altercation, I've been on the street. See honey at the club every week and I speak. I'ma rock that ass to sleep before I strike. I ain't know the real deal until last night. How one of them brothers was locked with Babe Bro. Used to call my crib from C74. Kick rhymes over the phone for hours. He had the jack. Babe Bro told him, you wanna get money, see black when you get home. We never had chance to get up and wouldn't have if his gunner left me hit up. He'd explain how his whole crew was slapping honey. Besides all that, she owed them cats a lot of money. Funny how it's a small world, baby girl. You's about to get fucked with no jail. I'ma sit back and watch this cake finish baking and plan your extermination. Word.
I love you, baby. No, you don't. You drive me crazy. That's right. I'll never betray thee. I love you, baby. Come on. I love you, baby. No, you don't. You drive me crazy. That's right. I'll never betray thee. I love you, baby.
It took a while to peep your style, Miss I being working low profile, single. House in Staten Island in Manhattan, wow. Them same cats you sent to get me, boo, is on their way to get you, fucking with you. That small time crack dealing nigga, he a bitch too. They gon' bust his shit too, shit's real. You think you gon' set me up and get away scot-free without some type of injury? Nah, kill it. I'ma flip the script on you. Same thing you did to me, I'ma do it to you. Who knew she was the female Rambo? Feel one of they chests with foam soon as he came in the door. Lights was out, smoked all they mans in. In the end, she had to be the last bitch standing. Not for long, the bar for 44 strong. Just like that, she was gone. Now it's over. Assuming I'll go back to my everyday life of a rich millionaire just rocking the mic. Gotta pause and think about honey, no doubt. And admire how that chick went out. Yeah.